Today we're going to cover the most common holds that you see in street fights. This is not a sport fighting tape. We're not going to talk per se about clinch fighting in the ring. We're going to talk about how to escape from holds you're going to get into in the street. This is a very important part of fighting. Most street fights will go from the striking range to the clinching range to the grappling range very, very quickly. If you're confronted by a larger, stronger opponent and you get into a headlock or a body lock, or he gets good grips on you, it's a very dangerous situation. You can be struck, you can be thrown on the ground. So we're going to talk about how to escape from these positions today, focusing mostly on the headlocks. My hip can move here, there's space. I drive my leg through and I lean away from him. So even though he's a lot bigger than me, he tries to lift here, I'm extremely heavy. Okay? I have his elbow. I'm locked here. When I feel like I have him on his toes a little bit, I step my foot and move my hip up quickly. But notice I'm always leaning forward. I can't stand back up or he'll pick me up. Now I rock onto my toes, straighten my legs, and look over my opposite shoulder. Bend your legs into base as you land. And you're in the same position to be right at your baseline. Or another follow-up. I can use the same hold position I used from the rear choke. When I get here, I wrap his head, lean away, shuffle in, take his leverage away. Right. Keep leaning forward. Bring your foot out and across. Make sure your feet are inside his feet. Don't step over this way. My back straight, I rock forward and throw. When he lands, I drive my knee away. If I pull forward and Anzari pulls back, I'll be choked. I roll my fingers in and then I twist his wrist down and his forearm down so that his forearm's across my collarbones. My elbows come close to my ribs. Now when he pulls in, he'll crush my collarbones, but I'll have space to breathe. So, shoulder width, squat, hips below his hips. Look, do not try to stand up and lift with your legs here. When I'm in this position here, my butt's low, I rock forward on my toes. Then I straighten my legs. He should come up very easily. Then I look over my opposite shoulder and turn. He'll land directly below me. I want to tilt his weight up and pick one leg up off the ground. My outside arm underhooks by the knee. I shuffle in very close and I push off this leg up 45 degrees this way, and I tilt him and I stand straight up with my left foot. I bring my weight under. At this point, look, he's holding his own weight up on his right leg, but because I'm underneath him, I have a lot of leverage here. Okay, I'm not using a lot of force. From this position, I step back with my right leg, my rear leg, pull down on his lat or his hip, and lift his leg up. And I bend over his hips to start breaking his posture. At the same time, I stand up and use my back muscles to pull his hand free. My hand pulls a little, but I'm using my body this way to open up. I throw the hand over, and I keep my head very close to his shoulder so he can't elbow me in the head, right? He can't kick me, he can't punch me. I lock my hands, and I have a body lock from here, okay? I can strike from here, I can push him away and run, or it's very simple here. I can throw him on the ground by just pulling my hand on the ground. Here, I jump both feet behind his far leg, and I sit up and turn. And I come up in the same position as the previous technique. I can pin his head down, break the grip, go for the armbar, or I can strike.